Nick, let's switch up gears here real quick before you guys take off and take a gander at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Which matchup features the best bets out there?
I'll throw a couple out there quickly. And the first one is Portland to cover 11.5 at Memphis. I think that line implies that John Morant is probably going to play in this game. I don't know if that's a lock, again, with the All-Star break coming up. Grizzlies have been good on the second night of back-to-backs this season, so that is something to consider. But again, if John Morant doesn't play, I think that certainly lowers their ceiling. Portland's won 3 straight. They're undermanned, but playing well. Josh Hart has fit in seamlessly. Justice Winslow's playing really well. I think they at least make this a really competitive game. And then I really like Indiana as a 1-point favorite against Washington. It could be a really ugly game. Both these teams kind of gutted their rosters at the deadline. But if you look man to man, I think Indiana still has a markedly better team than what Washington is putting out there. Like if Kyle Kuzma is unquestionably your number one option, I think that's saying a lot. Tyrese Halliburton's fit in really well. He's playing big minutes. Buddy Hield's playing big minutes. Indiana has a ton of guys I like in the front court. And the Wizards, the cherry on top here, are a league worst 8-17-1 ATS on the road.
3 games with double-digit spreads on the slate tonight. Garion, what do you want to do here on the DK Sportsbook?
Yeah, I'm probably looking at the Timberwolves here. It's basically a pick'em, but they are home dogs tonight against the Raptors. I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way, this line. You look at Toronto across their last 10 games, they're 8-2. It's arguably been the best 10-game stretch of their season, and yet Minnesota actually has a better net rating across that same span of time. The Timberwolves are 5-0-1 ATS their last 6 home games. They've just been playing some really, really good basketball. And right now, the fact that the Raptors are favored in a game where Fred VanVleet, there's any question that Fred VanVleet might not play. I personally think he's probably more probable than questionable. He tweaked his knee in a game the Raptors were losing by 30 points and didn't return because why would he? So maybe he does end up playing in this contest. But the fact there's any doubt right now that VanVleet is playing, who has just been an on-off god for the Raptors so far this season, I think you jump on this line with Minnesota right now, and it might even move to +3. It might move to -3, -4 with Minnesota if FVV eventually gets ruled out.
Meiselman, your favorite bet here on the DK Sportsbook?
Well, we just literally found out while Garion was talking that VanVleet didn't go through shoot around. So he may still play, but yeah, I like the Wolves too in that case. And then the other one I like is I'm still just going to keep fading the Chicago Bulls. No Zach LaVine. This team doesn't have a lot of depth. I think they're missing their 2 best players, which might be blasphemy for DeMar DeRozan fans, but I think Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball matter to this team more because of just how good they are defensively. DeRozan's a really good offensive player, but his defense doesn't stack up to those guys. So I like the Kings tonight. It was +5.5, I think, while Nick was talking, and then it moved to +5. Even at +5, I think it's still a good bet. So I'm a fan of that one. Fading the Bulls seems like a good thing to do going forward.